Hi everyone, my name is Valid, and in today's video I'm going to show how we can do the proper labeling of a surface. In the previous sessions we have seen how we do the grading surface. So in this, how we can do the proper labeling for our for the presentation or for the layout page. So let's get started. I have this proposed drawing layout that I received from the architects, and I want my surface drawing into this one. So I will open my drawing that I have. So this was the surface that we have created. So if you can see the controls, if I select my surface and copy this one, and we will go to the site and then paste to the original coordinates. You can see the surface is on my site, and I have these lines as well. So this is the surface we have. So, but let's say I will just close this one, and then, for example, if I do is I just delete this surface. I go to the main surface, like we worked on this drawing. That was our initial drawing. So this was our drawing that we used with our feature lines as well. So if I copy this surface, this is the surface with our feature lines, and I will paste into this model. You'll see it copied the feature lines as well in the surface. So you can see these are the feature lines. They are not only copied the surface, but it has also copied the feature lines. So this is one way to copy the surface into your model. Or if you don't want the feature lines, you just only want your surface into your model, then you can do data shortcut method. So I will just quickly show you that method. So what we will do is we will go to this one. You can see the data shortcuts. So I will go and create a data shortcut. So it says we haven't created a folder yet. So we will first create a folder, set the working folder, and we can just select this one. And now it has created the folder and one new data project folder, or we can create a folder as well. Then say like Civil 3D and click on the use project template. So this is a template we have, and we can just do, okay, so we can say Civil 3D surface. Now it has created now we have everything, I think, set. So this has already been set here. So we click here, and now I can say, for example, this is the surface we want, and I will create data shortcuts. What is this saying? To create the current data shortcut. Okay, so this current should be the same, so I can change this one to this one. Click OK. Now you can say, because I have previously created this one, so this is the way you can create your own if you don't have one, but I already have one, so this is the reason it shows with this one. So I have selected this my previous, so we'll create and create a data shortcut. Now it asks us to select the surface, or we can select the bonds, or we can just pick from the drawing. So I can pick from the drawing this surface. So now you can see it says one object selected, so press enter. Now we have this PG proposed ground surface ready, and I will click OK, and it has created our data shortcut. So you can see, and now we will go to this drawing and go to the shortcuts. So this is the shortcut we have created, and I can go and say promote, and it will propose triangulation. Okay, Now you can see this has created the surface, and this surface didn't bring any of the feature lines. So these feature lines, I think from the, if I do like this, undo. So I think these feature lines are from the previous surface. You can see this has already the feature lines. We only deleted the surface, so I will just select similar and delete all of my feature lines. Let's now do it again. Now you can see we only bring the surface without any of the feature lines, and this way we can just, for example, behind underlay we have only the proposed drawing from the architects, and upon this one we have our surface, and that we can see from here, and we don't need any of the feature lines. So as now our surface has been loaded, what we can do is start labeling the key features. So for that we will just select our surface, go to the labels, surface labels, and we do for the slopes first. So rise, and so if I add this one and it asks me for the points, I will go for the 2 points, and I will turn off my snap, for example from here to here. Now you can see it is very small. So first of all, what we can do is we can change the scale to 1 to 1 to 1000, and it should have, so this is the surface label, and I want bring to front. What I can do is 1 to 200. So 1 to 200 is works better for us. So it shows the surface label from right to left. So for example, if I want to change this style, I can say, let's make it red for the slopes. So what we will just do is create copy current selection and rise and run. I can say red. So the layout, you can change the height of the text, so this height, but I'm fine with this one at 1 to 200 scale. But if you use different scale, you can change the heights from here, and you can change all of these settings as you want. And if you want to change the arrow, you go component and direction arrow, and you can change the arrowhead and the minimum length from this component. But we are just going to see to change the color of this one. So the text color I want is red. So color we will select to this one and change it to red. Let's apply and select this one and change the style to red. Now we have this one in red. Or if we want, for example, to change edit current selection, and if we want to change the red arrow head direction arrow to red as well. So now you can see this way you can edit your styling as well. So we need to put, it's better to put slopes on most of the parts. So it asks me to select the surface 2 points. So for example, this is very steep point, so from this to this. So in this way we will be able to see if we need any retaining walls, or we need to change our grading, or what other things we need. So for example, this to this, and for the roads we can say what are the longitudinal slopes. It's 1 in 28, so it's fine. Maybe we can do some of the cross walls. Let's say from this side to this side, 1 in 29 with this phase slope, and then this to this. So this way, most of the areas we should be considered. Like, for example, these are the footpaths, so footpaths usually should be flat. So this way we can know that how our site is working, if all the gradients are within the codes, within the limits, so not very steep, not very flat. So 1 in 70, 1 in 40 is good for this one, so it will have water to drain, and also it's not very steep slope that the caravans or the HGV will able to park easily. And we can do like this, and we can give some of their so this way you can do the slopes for a site. For a better understanding, if we need the retaining walls or if it is fine. So 1 in 3.8, 1 in 1, so it's a bit slopey here. Maybe they need some kind of wall here. And these are the footpaths, so it's in 1 in 53, that's fine. So 1 in 20 to 1 in 30 to 1 in 40, 1 in 50 is fine for the footpaths. If the slope is less than 1 to 2, less than 1 to 2 means 1 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5. So less than 1 to 2 means if it's more steeper than 1 in 2 slope, we may need a retaining wall. But the soil depends on the soil. If the soil is clay, that has more angle of repose, and then we don't need a retaining wall. But it will also depend on the ground investigation, and if it's shallower than the 1 in 2, for example 1 in 3, 4, 5, 8, and it is mild slope and we don't need any retaining walls for that. So we try to avoid the retaining walls, because retaining walls are quite expensive, but we also have to design the project as well. So these are the basic ways to label the slopes, and we can also put some of the spot levels. So for the spot levels, we can do surface and slopes to the spot levels, and from the cross, so we can add and select the surface, and we can add a point. So some of these spot levels of the side finish floor level. So this way, as much as you can do the spot levels. So this is how you can do the spot levels. You can also use the spot levels on the grid. So different ways to do the spot levels. So this way you can put a lot of labeling on your site that can help you understand how you are grading or to present in the meeting to the clients, like what are the solutions you have found, or what are the stages we are now, and what will be the uh, approach going forward, and what changes the architects can do in the site. So this is just a basic presentation of your site, and then you can just change your triangulation to the contours, and then you will have a better looking site for your slopes, for the gradients, and this way you can do a better presentation of your project. So yeah, I think this is it for today's video. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye.